1 year ago today, we watched the waters rise in the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey. It was a scene that moved North Texans to help. Lines formed for blocks, so many people wanted to give. And it was in that moment a small charity took on a huge task. Our Jason Whiteley returned to Houston to see how your donations have helped.
About halfway down Easy Street in Garland is a complex distribution system that many in Houston have come to rely on.
We work with agencies that are down there. Our whole model is we help people help people.
Michael Garrett runs Trusted World.
Thank you.
We got packing plays, we got diapers, formula.
This is the nonprofit the North Texans lined up for.
It's very emotional.
For days last year to give supplies, clothes, and cash to Houston in those days after Hurricane Harvey.
Now they're in rebuild mode, which is why we're sending air conditioners down. We already sent down refrigerators and ranges, microwaves.
Right there you go.
A year after North Texans opened their wallets, what's left of that money is still being spent.
There's a lot of organizations that are down there on the coast helping that day. We knew that in 6 months to 8 months to a year later, they were going to need rebuilding supplies. And we specifically held on to that to make sure we were there to help them.
6 pallets of supplies on this trip, 20 air conditioners, 4,000 shirts and shorts, among $37,000 worth, bound for Houston last week.
Like less of a thunderstorm chance for
on the surface, this is a city that appears to have rebounded, to have cleaned up and gone back to work. But on the southern edge of the skyline, in an old church gym, you can see how great the need remains.
People judge, oh, it's 8 months, they're not recovered yet. No, because it takes time. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Catherine Flowers knows something about empathy.
Yeah, because I had a frame of reference that a lot of folks don't.
Potentially,
before moving to Houston
right,
and running this nonprofit called Bread of Life,
I had a whole Katrina file.
Catherine was a victim herself in New Orleans.
I had 10 feet of water. And then the roof, we lost the roof. So we lost everything. And so it makes me empathize with the people who are recovering today.
And recovery, that can take up to 3 years.
You know, thousands of people gave cash last year to help victims of Hurricane Harvey. We wanted part of the story to follow your money, to see what it bought and who it benefited. And that's what led us to Betty James on Houston's north side.
And water came in from the back.
Miss James lost part of her back roof in the hurricane.
I was thankful that none of the trees had fallen in on me.
It destroyed her stove and refrigerator.
I always have to smell and check everything to make sure that was fresh.
Donations from Dallas replaced those appliances.
I don't have to worry about my meat. Come in.
And while we were there,
hey there, how are you?
Oh,
we brought you a surprise.
Oh, thank you.
Michael and Catherine brought her something else.
A brand new microwave.
To replace the one that somebody gave her last year.
We're so welcome.
We just have to endure when you can't do any better, but
Understood.
Thanks.
It's our pleasure.
Thanks very much. Don't ever think what you're doing is not worth it, because it is a lot.
It will take years for Houston to erase what Harvey did. But a small nonprofit from Dallas,
that's good right there,
fueled by the generosity of North Texans, has played a big part in helping this city resettle. Jason Whiteley, Channel 8 News.